just don't. Please, just. Oh my God, my kids are in the house, you guys, please.
Who's in the house?
My kids, my 2 kids and my son, please. And my son, please.
Step out.
You guys, please, you guys are scaring my kids, my kids.
Bring your kids out with you.
Okay.
Call your kids now.
I will, please.
Let's go.
Will you hear my kids? Oh God, you guys don't do this to my kids.
Come here.
My kids! Come on! Oh my God, my kids! My kids, they're so young! Oh my God! You guys, my kids!
Go to the left, go to your mom.
Come on, come. Oh my God, you guys are kids! Oh my God! You guys,
Who else is in the house?
nobody is up! Oh my God! Why? My son is a citizen! We're citizens!
Democratic Congressman Eric Swalwell is running for governor of California, and one of his more headline-grabbing campaign promises is that when he wins the seat, ICE agents will be unhirable in the state of California. Here's the clip where he explains his reasoning behind this campaign promise.
As governor, I'll use my emergency powers and I'll tell every state agency we are not, as a policy, hiring ICE agents. Because right now, these guys doing this work, it's a decision. No one's holding a gun and saying you have to work for ICE. And so when I'm governor, if you're still working for ICE and you haven't got the message that no one's asking you to do this, you won't be hired in the state. And it's part of an approach that says either we can be on our heels as the most vulnerable in our community, or we can make them react and go on offense. And so I can't take on any other crisis until I do that first part of the job, which is, to be a fighter protector.
And along those lines, his primary campaign message is that people are scared and prices are still too high. He released a statement on his campaign website, but also announced his candidacy at the end of an appearance on Jimmy Kimmel's show. On his website, he said, "I'm running for governor because prices are too high and people are scared. California's next governor has 2 jobs. 1, keep the worst president in history out of our homes, out of our streets, and out of our lives." He went on to tout his legacy of fighting Trump and wrote about the things that he would prioritize during his time as governor. He said, "I will be California's fighter and protector. Our state is under attack. The president has militarized our streets, canceled cancer research, zeroed out clean energy climate projects, and is chasing our immigrant friends and neighbors through their workplaces, kids' schools, and houses of worship. A lot of candidates talk about taking on Trump. I'm taking him on in real time. My January 6th lawsuit is one of the only lawsuits against the president that survived his new presidency. Speaker Pelosi selected me to help lead his impeachment, and today I'm leading the Democrats' effort in the House to investigate January 6th. He even dropped a mild curse word because, you gotta be relatable. He said, "The second job of governor is to bring a new California. It's easy when we can say we are the 4th largest economy in the world, but what does that mean if you work your ass off and don't have a stake in it? Nothing." And he ends by saying that his priorities will be homes and jobs. So good, pretty standard stuff. No mention of Israel or Gaza. And for those who care, just a reminder that Swalwell does currently take AIPAC money. But either way, I'm sure we'll all just be keeping an eye on his candidacy moving forward. He does have some competition in the field, with several others gunning for Newsom's seat, including former Democratic Representative Katie Porter. But his stance on ICE could be considered extreme by some, but the truth is, no one wants to hire or be associated with anyone who willingly associates themselves with an administration such as this one, let alone with the most publicly and unapologetically brutal arm of this administration. Once all of this gross dust settles, the people who supported and enabled the worst of the Trump years will find that they were never the majority. They will find that no one ever liked them. They will find that without the backing of the administration, they're just uneducated losers with little to contribute to society who likely won't be able to find a job in most places, not just in the state of California. And maybe I'm just dreaming too big, but it's natural to want to see some sort of retribution against the people who have turned your country into a nightmare. And I know that that's similar language to what is being said on the right about anyone who is not a straight white conservative male, but one side has riot gear and face masks and deadly weaponry, and the other side does not. So who are the real antagonists? The optics are not in ICE's favor. In fact, they used to revel revel in those same optics. They liked being caught on camera, brutalizing brown people because they thought it made them look tough. But it just made them look like bullies. And bullies, we should all know by now, are typically low intelligence and weak-minded individuals who don't even have the mental capacity to process their own thoughts and feelings, so they lash out at others. They thought all of those ICE videos would solidify and rile up the MAGA base, but even people who still support Trump and his administration have found those videos to be jarring and disquieting. ICE's approval is in the toilet, so is Trump's approval on practically every metric, and still they seem to be doubling down on their right to be as brutal and antagonistic and deadly as they can and apparently want to be against the American people. Americans being asked for their papers and they don't like the comparisons to Nazi Germany. It seems like they're asking for those comparisons. And there is no low that is too low for these people to aspire to. A 5-year-old boy in a Minnesota suburb known for its large Latino population was taken by ICE agents, with the school leader claiming that the agents used the boy as bait to actually get to his father. The boy, Liam Ramos, and his father have since been sent to Texas, we think, and according to the school superintendent, the boy's family had an active asylum case with no deportation orders. And what might arguably be the worst part of this story is what the family's lawyers said about the legality of the detention. Asked if the 5-year-old's detainment was illegal, Mike Prokosh said, "Probably not, and that's what's going to make my job really difficult. Just because something is legal doesn't mean it's moral. You know, yes, they may have the legal authority to detain a 5-year-old boy, but why? ICE is targeting students on their way to and from school, getting them either at their homes or in their schools. As a result, school absences are up, with nearly a third of the students in Ramos's district staying home due to the ICE presence. Of course, there are people still defending and supporting the Trump administration and ICE, but what's telling is that the best defense that most of them can muster is just to pretend that they haven't heard about any of this or that it's fake. Even they know that these actions are indefensible, and even they know that if they publicly try to defend these actions, people will know that they themselves are terrible people. But I guess they would rather people just believe them to be completely ignorant instead. All right, that's it for me. If you got anything out of this, please like the video and subscribe to the channel for more. Thanks.